Hey guys, this is the Prince of Macedon, and I'm going to show you my 3 battles against Gaz. I played Gaz almost a year ago, and I didn't really think this was worth showing, but because he's been running his mouth against me online for almost 2 years now, I'm going to show this to you anyways. So, this is game 1. This is a Macedon versus Rome battle. I'm in command of the Macedonians, and he's in command of the Romans. Now, when he first approached me for a game, I thought he was just a friend from YouTube, because he was acting kind of friendly. So, I didn't know what his intentions were, so I'm just going to play friendly against him here, and I'm going to approach the battle like a friendly. So, you can see me, I only have 2 archers in my army, and he has 6. So I'm very outclassed in this battle. I mean, this battle can be won, but it's very risky for the person with only 2 archers. So I'm going to try to destroy his cavalry on both wings here. This is a perspective from Gaz's side of the lines here. He is the blue Romans right there. And I was hoping my cavalry could take out his cavalry. But Praetorians, due to the nature of their stats, they can easily outpower companions, even if the companions are upgraded a bit. And this is action on the left flank here, but on my right flank, that's where my general was, and he is retreating, and he is dead. So at this point, my right wing cavalry is pretty much gone, and that's where my general was. So I was hoping my left wing cavalry could have survived, but they too fell victim to the Praetorian superior stats there. So there goes my cavalry. All I have left are my phalangites. That's my phalanx. But all around, his archers are just picking my guys apart. They're just taking shots at me. But I didn't really care because I thought this was just a friendly game. So I was saying pretty much good game at this point, and I was going to surrender momentarily here. But there's my phalanx is trying to chase down his archers, but his archers are running away. And there's the rest of my pikemen. They're getting destroyed by his Praetorians and urban cohorts. And that's pretty much the last of my troops there before I surrender, and that was a clear defeat for me. So I killed 287 of his guys, and I only had 230 men remaining, and Gaz killed 739 of my guys, and he had 865 men remaining. So after that battle, my opponent was talking so much trash against me. It's like, I have no idea where all this anger came from. He started calling me like all kinds of like verbal obscenities, and he started he was like really angry. I had no idea what his problem was, and he wanted to play me again, and I really didn't want to because of how much trash he was talking to me and all that verbal abuse. But I decided to play one more game against him, and here's our second battle here. This is a Macedon versus Numidia battle here. So as you can see, I lost the first battle, but I always lose the first battle against players here. Because the advantage of other players is that they can see all my battles and I don't know anything about them. Plus, a lot of times I treat all my games as friendlies, unless it's like unless the person states that he's playing a competitive game against me. So this time I brought more archers, just because I knew my opponent was bringing that many archers. And here he is. Here's his Numidians. He's going to try to come forward here and try to shower me with his archers. But as I said, I brought as many archers as my opponent this time, so I really wasn't worried at all about his army here. But he insisted on using the Numidians. He was trying to humiliate me. But it only took one game to see how he plays, and that's all I needed. So here's his archers. They're trying to trade fire with me. But it won't be a cakewalk this time for him. But he's pretty much just kind of standing still here. And that's how a lot of like trash talkers play. They just kind of sit still and hope their archers win the battle. Around the flanks, you can see his camels are kind of on my wings there, and there's some of his javelins here. He's trying to trade fire. I'm not sure why I brought javelins. That might have been helpful against Romans, but not really against me. So seeing his army just kind of petrified there, I took out my lancers on the wings, and I'm just going to scoot around his army and take out his archers. It was kind of funny, like the freedom he gave me to attack him. Like I just brought my lancers out. I saw them moving for like the longest time, and he must have saw it too, and he just let it happen. So now he's taking some movement on my flanks and with his legionnaires. There's a legionary starting to throw their pila at me, and some of my archers got a little carried away there. But yeah, he's finally moving his camels on the wings. But I'm not really too worried about them at this point. And you can see in the background all those white blinking flags. So they're his archers running away from the battle. And here's the big infantry fight in the center. That's kind of a mismatch. Numidian legionnaires versus royal pikes. Not very good. Very poor judgment there. and I'm just going to hammer and anvil strike him. Those are my lancers that I had killing his archers. I brought them back and crashed in behind his legionnaires. And here comes my other squadron of lancers, doing some more hammer and anvil strikes. So just like that, his archers and his heavy infantry are obliterated. And look at the bottom of the screen, you can see his camels coming in for an attack against my archers. But my archers kind of stood their ground and wiped out those camels. So I made him feel what I felt in the first game, where I had an archer disadvantage. This time, he has a disadvantage. Now he's bringing in his camels, and his general dies. And his general is probably lucky not to have seen the slaughter that's about to happen here. Here come those camels, and I'm about to just rip them apart. So you can see my pikes in the back. You can see there's some Risses standing way up there. I want them to get some of the action too. But his camels run away a lot faster than I thought they would, considering that they're camels. There's my pikes right there. So my pikes got there a little too late. And right here's an overhead of his remaining camels, and they too are getting butchered too. And he has one more camel squadron coming in for an attack. And check out this awesome rear charge by his camels. Alright, check it out. See, that would have been even more awesome if they charged from the rear. Alright, and that was the last of his shock troops there. No more heavy cavalry, no more heavy infantry. All he has left are his archers, and they are still shooting at me. So, at least he didn't, like, terminate the game or anything, so I was kind of thankful for that. So here's his archers, and I'm just going to crash into them with my lancers. From that side, and from the other side with my companion cavalry. And there you go. That's what revenge looks like. So there's my cavalry. They are just mopping up, looking for more stragglers, trying to rack up the stats for the battle results. And that's pretty much the end of the battle here. And that was a clear victory for me. So I killed 1,079 of his men, and I had 840 men remaining. Gaz killed 385 of my men, and he had 124 men remaining. So despite my opponent screaming at me after the first game and all that trash he was talking, I decided to say good game, and I was hoping that was the end of this whole feud between us. But 2 months later, I still see him talking trash to me on YouTube and on GameSpy when he doesn't think I'm online. So as a result, I decided to play him one more time here. Yeah, it's pretty funny. He kept talking about how there's far better players online. He said like people like Zeke would easily destroy me in like no time. Yet I defeated Zeke 2-1, and Zeke even had better factions than myself. So this is our third battle here. Gaz decided to use Germania against me, and I said, BS, you are not going to use Germania against me. I told him to use a real faction like Rome. But he told me that he can beat other clan players using Germania. So I said, okay then, but if you lose as Germania, then you won't have any excuses for losing to me. And then Gaz told me that if I lose this battle, then I would have to post this battle on YouTube. So Gaz fully expected to beat me using Germania, and I thought that was very laughable that he was trying to humiliate me with a crap faction. I agreed to his terms, but I think it's really funny. Whenever you talk to clan players, or like a lot of them, they're always making these really stupid treaties, or like, hey, if you lose, you gotta put this on YouTube. Hey, if you lose, you gotta leave your clan. They're always trying to be so dramatic, but honestly, it's just so annoying. Anyways, you saw me destroy his cavalry, and right here is his infantry force. He brought in his berserkers and his axes. He's trying to annihilate my left flank, but in anticipation of that, I brought in the royal pikes from my right flank, and I'm using them to protect my left flank there. And you can see that big line of pikemen there. It's very easy to counter these barbarian units, especially berserkers, because once they go berserk, they can't really maneuver anymore. So it's almost child's play, knocking out berserkers. And here is his troops routing. There's his chosen archer warbands, and I'm just going to destroy them with my Greek cavalry. That's the ultimate humiliation right there. And there is his infantry. They're still resisting me. So I brought in my last remaining royal pike unit, and I'm going to encircle his Germans there. And from all sides, my pikes are stabbing him. And all of his guys are going bye-bye. They are routing, and they are dying. So there they go, all those blinking white flags. Alright, so that's that. That was a clear victory for me. I had 895 kills, and I had 950 men remaining. Gaz killed 255 of my guys, and he had 69 men remaining. And that's pretty ironic that he has 69 men remaining, because that's the position I left his army in.